Explaining the book The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss, I will divide it into four main parts, as the author did. Deal, definition, elimination, automation, liberation. I will explain each part as a training course to completely change your life, analyzing examples, exercises, and tips, until you become one of the new rich who live freely and with an income that is almost automatic. So part 1, D definition. What is true wealth, and how does it redefine life? 1. Destroying the illusion. Success is not in amassing millions or owning luxurious homes, but in owning and controlling time. Wealth freedom, time experience. Flexibility. 2. Who are the new rich? They work from anywhere in the world. In 2, they have income that is not tied to the number of hours they work. They live rich experiences, travel, growth, adventure. They don't wait for retirement. They live it in increments throughout life. 3. Dreamlining. Exercise them. Start by writing down, what do you want to have? What do you want to do? Who do you want to become? Then, define the cost of each dream. Calculate what you need per month to achieve it. You'll be surprised that you don't need to be a millionaire. 4. Fear-setting exercise. What's the worst that could happen? Nay, how would you handle it? What's the best thing that could happen if you succeed? What would it cost you if you never even tried? See 5. Get rid of the illusion of retirement. Instead of waiting for the end of life, take a mini retirement every few months. Travel and learning shouldn't be at the end of the journey, but at the heart of it. Part 2. Elimination. How to eliminate 80% of your tasks and reclaim your time. 1. The 80-20th rule. Bartow. 80% of results come from 20% of the effort. 80% of problems come from 20% of the customers. Focus only on the activities that deliver the greatest impact. Rin 2. The 80-20th rule at work. Discover the tasks that yield the highest returns and focus on them. Eliminate meetings, long calls, and unnecessary emails. 3. The illusion of productivity. Being busy doesn't mean you're productive. Many live in a fake activity. What matters most? Accomplishment, not busyness. 4. Time-saving techniques. Set a fixed time to respond to emails. Use the zero interruption technique. Don't respond immediately to any notification. Learn to say no politely. 5. Don't always be available. Every minute you respond to someone else is a minute taken away from your life. Arrange your environment to serve your focus, not disrupt it. Part 3. Automation. How to create a self-employed income source. 1. Start by building a profit machine. Choose a simple product, digital or physical. Use ready-made platforms to design your website or store. Automate sales, delivery, and collection. 2. Steps to building an automated income source. 1. Choose a target market. Find a market with a pain point or strong desire. 2. Choose a product. Either create it yourself, courses, ebooks, tools, or market ready-made products through an affiliate program. 3. Test the idea, create a sales page, and test its ads before production. 4. Build the system. Use tools like Shopify, Gumroad, or ClickFunnels. 5. Delegate tasks. Hire virtual assistants to handle requests and questions. 3. Don't respond to everything yourself. Hire a virtual assistant from sites like Upwork or Fiverr. Teach them how to respond to 90% of your messages. 4. Golden rules. Don't get involved in every detail. Don't design a life where you work 10 hours a day. Create a life where you work 2 hours and let the system take care of itself. Part 4. Liberation. Work from anywhere, whenever, how you want. 1. Breaking the geographical limits. Work doesn't have to be an office anymore. Use the internet to transform your work into a mobile model. Even if you're an employee, you can negotiate remote work. 2. Plan for a transition to remote work. 1. Start with 1 day a week remotely. 2. Demonstrate your high productivity from home. 3. Suggest a gradual expansion, 2 days, then 3, and so on. Well, 4. If the company refuses, consider starting your own business. 3. Enjoy the nomadic lifestyle. You can live a month in Thailand, a month in Argentina, a month in Italy. The cost of living in many countries is much lower than in Western countries. Start with small tests of short travel, then develop a permanent routine. 4. Travel is not a luxury, it's a lifestyle. Travel to learn. Travel to reinvent yourself. Travel to see the world through different eyes. Book conclusion, A New Life Philosophy. The 4-Hour Workweek is not a book about laziness or getting rich quick. Rather, it is an intellectual revolution against the traditional work model. A practical guide to creating an independent income. A map that frees you from the constraints of time and space. An open invitation to live life your way. A quick summary of the most important principles. 1. Calculate your wealth in time, not money. 2. Delete, then delegate, then automate. 3. Focus on what drives results, not what fills your day. 4. Create an income system that doesn't require your constant presence. 5. Be the master of your time and space. Here are some of the most prominent examples and real stories from the book, The 4-Hour Workweek, which Timothy Ferriss uses to illustrate his ideas and motivate the reader. 1. Timothy Ferriss's own story. He was working 14-hour days at a company he founded, nearly collapsing from exhaustion. He decided to disappear for several weeks on a trip to Europe and was surprised that his work continued almost as normal. He began to implement a self-management system for his company, began working less than 4 hours a week, and traveled around the world. The message: working hard doesn't mean success. A smart system frees you from time imprisonment. 2. The living abroad versus local costs. Experience or Ferriss lived for a while in Argentina, then Thailand, then Berlin, living a luxurious life at a lower cost than in America. While the average American pays $3,000 a month to live, Ferriss lived for less than $1,000 a month in more beautiful places. Message: you don't need to be a millionaire to live like one. Just move yourself into a financially smart environment. 3. The story of a student who turned down a prestigious job. One of his followers was offered a very high-paying job at a large company, but instead he started a small online store selling yoga accessories. After a while, his income from the store exceeded the salary he was offered, and he was working less than 2 hours a day. Message: don't follow the traditional path. The smart path is better and shorter. Whereas 4, test selling a product before producing it. Ferriss tested the idea of selling a sports supplement, Brain Quicken, without actually producing it. He created a sales page, launched an advertising campaign, and then tracked orders. After confirming there was real demand, he began production. Message: don't make a product until you're sure people actually want it. 5. Hire a virtual assistant from India. Hire someone from India to help manage daily tasks, such as answering emails and scheduling appointments, for a much lower salary than hiring locally. Use their time to travel, write, and develop their life. Message: there are people who can do your work for you at a low cost and efficiently. 6. The story of the employee who freed himself from the office. One of the book's readers used Tim's strategies to convince his managers to let him work from home 1 day a week. 2 months later, he was working from home completely, then moved to Costa Rica while his job remained remote. Message: you can turn your job into a freelance style if you know how to negotiate and prove your competence. 7. The rule of least inconvenience. Ferriss noticed that only 20% of clients cause 80% of the problems. He decided to stop dealing with them and focus only on the good ones. The result? Peace of mind, more time, and undiminished sales. The message: sometimes clearing out customers is more important than increasing them.